everyone. Welcome to Local Leads. My name is Rich, and I'm going to be your host today. In this video, what I wanted to do is really just dive deeper into the last video and really just add a few extras and clarify what you're going to be doing as an affiliate. So what I want to cover with you today is just a few basics. We're going to first cover what we provide you. And then second, we're going to go over what you need to provide in order to be an affiliate with us. So as an affiliate marketer, you're going to be reaching out to insurance agents all across the country, everyone from State Farm to Allstate to Nationwide to independent agents to a lot of different carriers that we've really as consumers never heard of because they're not shown on TV. There are hundreds and hundreds of insurance companies. So you're going to be reaching out to their agents and talking to them about our leads program. And every time you make a deal and they sign up for our program, we're going to pay you $150 in commissions. So now in order to make sales, you're going to need a few things. And what we're going to do, or we're going to provide you the basics. We're going to provide you with a company email address. So that way you can talk to prospective clients and clients once you bring them on. Second, we're going to provide you a VoIP phone. All of this is going to be hosted through Google and Google Apps. The beauty about being hosted through Google Apps is that a lot of us have had personal Gmail accounts. It looks, feels, and is exactly the same as those accounts. So that way it's very user friendly. You can take it with you even on your smartphone. The next thing we provide you with is a CRM. So this CRM is full of over 100,000 plus insurance agents across the country. So if you've ever been in sales, you know coming up with people to call is half the battle. The other half the battle is actually making the calls. So what we did is we put together a list of over 100,000 people for you to call, so you don't have to go to find yellow pages or go into Google Maps and try to find somebody to call each day. The CRM allows you to do filters. So if you want to call insurance agents just in Houston, Texas, great. You just pull up a filter and poof, you got a list of people to call. Okay. The other thing we also provide is warm leads. So we do marketing ourselves as a company, both through email and AdWords and a whole bunch of other places. And so insurance agents are going to land on our website. When they request more information, those leads get round robined around our sales force and based on the performance of our sales staff. So every once in a while, you might get one pop up, says warm lead, call Joe Smith at Allstate, and you'll know they came right from our website and they're interested in purchasing our services. Okay. The next thing that we provide is more training. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we hold conference calls, usually about 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's a great place that if you're brand new, or if you've been around for a while and you're getting questions that you've never heard before, or you're just not sure how to solve them or respond to them, you can jump on our conference calls and we hold trainings and answer those questions. It's an open forum, so you can bring any question that you like. And if you ever need extra help or you just can't seem to get past a roadblock or some sort of a, come back, then you can always give us a call one-on-one and we can go ahead and help you through that. So let's go ahead and start and cover what you're going to need. So the very first thing you're going to need is a high-speed internet connection. So everything that we provide you is via the cloud. So high-speed internet is, usually a standard in most households now, but in some places, more rural places, you can't get super high speeds. So one of the things that we want to talk about is whether it should be a wired or wireless connection. Now, if you're in a place and you have super fast wireless or you're really close to your router, using a wireless connection can probably work. Okay. Some of the challenges that you might have is when you're making phone calls, if it is wireless, you might get some choppiness. You might get some delays in the conversation where you feel like you're always talking over the person. And so typically the way we solve that, and what we always recommend, is just a wired connection. So a wire that comes from the box from your internet, plugs into the side of your laptop or your desktop. So that way it's a very consistent connection. Okay. But it's totally up to you which one you use. use. The next thing you're going to need is a USB headset. Now, this is going to be, you can find them at either Walmart, Best Buy, your local Radio Shacks or Office Depots, pretty much anywhere. And the reason why we suggest a USB headset is because it's plug and play. You can just plug it into the side of your laptop or plug it in to the back of your or the front of your computer if you have a desktop, and it's ready to go. You can plug in, start making phone calls with very little setup. Okay, there's no real technical aspect of plug and play. The last thing you're going to need is a PayPal account. Now, if you don't have a PayPal account, it only takes about 2 to 3 minutes to set up. Go over to paypal.com. At the very top, over to the right, you're going to see a button that says sign up. It takes 2 to 3 minutes. Go ahead and set that up, as you can see here. And having a PayPal account, what that allows us to do is that allows us to pay you immediately. So instead of waiting until Friday, we have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time. So if you make a sale and it's processed by our billing department, we usually have a payment out to you within 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes it's even faster. Sometimes it's same day, but you don't have to wait around till Friday or the end of the month to get paid. So a lot of our affiliates really love that. The next thing and last thing we're really going to talk about are the challenges. For a lot of affiliates that find our ads on Indeed or Craigslist or maybe Google, they've never worked at home before. A lot of people that come to us have worked at home. They're specialists at work at home. They have little offices set up in a room in their house all ready to go. Other people, like most, have never worked at home before. So some of the biggest challenges for those are really transitioning your discipline. Every day when you have a job, you have somewhere to be. 9 to 5, you clock in, you do your work, you clock out. Well, that's really what you need to be when you work at home. A lot of people think because you work at home, all of a sudden you have all this freedom, where that's where everybody fails. Is you have to keep yourself disciplined to make sure you get out of bed in the morning and on time, and you set yourself a schedule. Our most successful affiliates set a schedule just like a job schedule, and they follow that, so that way they know they're putting in the hours. The next thing is just consistency. Once you set a schedule, staying consistent with it. When you jump on one of our conference calls for help, one of the things we're going to ask you is, all right, great. What do your numbers look like? Are you calling people? What's the feedback? And if you don't have consistent calls, it's really hard for us to troubleshoot what is going wrong in the conversation. And the other thing is also is this isn't any different than anything else you've ever done. It's a skill. If you start a job at anywhere else, or you start a new project, or you want to learn something new, it takes some time. Some people it takes a couple days, other people it takes a couple weeks, but you have to be consistent in order to start learning it. If you only try it one day and say this doesn't work, well, then that's kind of on you. The next and last thing is follow up. We mentioned in the last video that this is not a one-call close, which for most people is a great thing, because that way they don't have to be the shark salesperson or a used car salesperson trying to push a product on somebody. 90% of the insurance industry purchases leads or has purchased leads as a center of their marketing budget. So it's only a period of time until they try us. So follow-up is something that usually most people have to learn. They have to set up some sort of system to remind themselves to stay in touch with the people that they have contacted about our program. Because guess what? Pretty soon, one of their lead vendors that they were trying, they're going to say, well, hey, why don't we give up on that one? Why don't we try this one? So for us, we're always needing sales, but for the beauty about our program is that we solve a lot of the problems that the rest of the lead industry doesn't solve. And so a lot of clients that come here stay here, and we'll go over that in your basic training. But that being said, if this seems like something you could do, if you feel like you could be disciplined, you can be consistent on the phone, you can be good at follow-up, and you can learn a little bit about the lead industry so you have something to talk to, then go ahead and click continue at the bottom and go to our next video, which is basic training in our Getting Started module. Other than that, thanks for spending the time today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.